So just got back from watching Backrooms, and we have a lot to say
Yes,
about
we do.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we just saw. So welcome to the Siren Cut and Backrooms, a movie based off internet lore. Um, I think we have a lot to say, so maybe we should actually just begin with what we thought was good about it.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I thought that the ambiance and the tension was really good. The filming, I'm not so much into the camera angles and so forth. Sometimes I like the straight shot. It's kind of like that Blair Witch
I
Project.
didn't think it was that much weird camera angles. I think it just appeared so because of the orientation of the rooms.
Maybe it's the shakiness of the camera that I'm just
Well,
not
that's
privy
only that
to.
would be only in the handheld cam.
This is true.
The
Maybe it just
yeah, which I thought was effective. I'm so sick and tired of found footage films generally, but I thought they were actually some of the more interesting parts and the most tension filled parts was the footage, that they were recording as they were searching through the rooms. That was probably some of the more effective part. I also thought that it was effective that, especially when they first start looking through everything and he starts looking through everything, the mundaneness of the room. I mean, honestly, it's just, at first, it's just furniture stacked on top of each other in different areas that he
mm-hmm.
finds. And there's not a
backward
whole lot. Yeah,
signs.
backward signs. There's not a whole lot that screams like, ooh, scary. But the mundane kind of aspect and the quietness of anybody's, it could be a little unnerving for people, when you're watching through that. And they did a pretty decent job of making sure that some of the tension was progressing to a point.
Right.
I think they really kind of lost the plot when about halfway through. After that, which isn't it's not much of a spoiler because it was in the trailer when they come along that slide, that slope down
With the rope.
with the rope. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
After that, it kind of went
Kind of
downhill.
all over the place. All over the place.
Yeah.
It was interesting, and I kind of got what they were trying to do, but really think they could have done so much more with it.
But it seems to be a common thing it lacked focus.
It did.
I mean, even more so than some of the other movies I've said that about. It's just they had the idea, because the back rooms, they had a really eerie kind of setup, and then didn't seem to know what they wanted to do with it, right?
Right.
It was just a lot of unrelated stuff. At the very least, it felt unrelated. And
Like you had the story with Clark and then his wife going through that with his therapist, and it's just
yeah, but it
and then
didn't make any
didn't
bearing
it
on the
no, it didn't. It was like extra time
right,
for what?
right.
And then her story with her being trapped in a
See,
room.
and that was
It's
weird
just
too because yeah, she kept showing her story of being trapped in the room, and I guess it was her daughter.
I haven't.
But that's the thing is at times it's like, oh, this is mother and daughter, and then
I,
other times it was like, is this just her as a child?
it was her as a child that she was
Well,
called
but they
Mary.
showed them together mostly, even when they were doing the handprints, right? And then they're
Yeah.
losing the house. But who cares? Because none of that had any bearing in the story whatsoever. Um, and that's part of the problem.
Well, I know, like towards the end of it, they did show like some weird images of those things in the back rooms. Spoiler alert.
Right, but it had no bearing on the story, was my point.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't change what they're doing. And that's part of the problem is because there is a severe lack of story.
Lack of
They
focus.
just hoped that they can throw so much weird shit at you and you'll be satisfied just that, ooh, that was weird. I've seen some of the reviews already give it really good scores because of tension and it was scary. It's like, but there was literally no coherent story.
Or maybe we missed it.
Right. I mean,
I
did we
mean,
miss something? It's
I
like,
kind of felt like I was on this
Right. I mean, we're old folk here, so if one of you is a little younger and familiar with the internet lore that is based on that, can shed more light.
Yeah,
But
enlighten us.
even then, it's like I find that there is stuff that in context allows it to make more sense. Um, but that should have been in the movie then. It's a
Yes.
really poor writing if you can't even describe and kind of progress your plot to the point where the people you are hoping are watching your movie are going to be able to follow it.
And care about the people.
That's true too.
I,
You don't
I
care about
don't care about
anybody.
them. And it's, you know, their characters, there's no depth to them.
Yeah.
I didn't feel
And
invested.
they don't give you time to. Some of the more likable people were the assistants he brought in to help him,
They were fine.
but you know it wasn't. They weren't obviously the main focus. So it's I don't know. It was probably one of my least favorite films this year so far.
Probably one of mine as well,
Yeah.
but not quite.
I don't know where it is going to stand by the end of the year when we'll probably have a list about what our favorite and our least favorite films of the year were. But yeah, so far it's pretty damn low. It was too all over the place, lacked focus. I didn't care about the characters. There was no intersecting plot points that carried any kind of story forward. They do this thing at the end where the twist is supposed to be like, honestly, it was dumb. I mean, even at the end, one of the main guys when they do the twist, he outright says, "We don't know what this is," you know.
And as
And
the
then
audience, you want this at least somewhat of an answer.
right,
But it's kind of like, are you trapped or are you not trapped? I don't know.
I don't know how closely they stuck to what was known, for internet lore, but yeah, this movie I was pretty disappointed. At first, I was thinking how slow the movie was,
Hmm.
but then when things picked up, I felt the pacing wasn't actually that bad when they got into it. So I think if I had to rate it right now, since we just got home from the theater, as of right now, I actually think I would give it a 2 out of 10.
I would give it a 3. Only because I like the concept that they were trying to get to, but it really was not coherent and it was all over the place.
I was
And
thinking 3, but my disappointment is too much to allow the 3.
all right,
Let us know if you disagree. Let us know what we missed.
educate us,
Yeah.
please, because sorry, maybe I'm the stupid one.
But all right, I think that's it for tonight.
Have a nice
I'll see
day.
you next time. Later.